I tried doing this video this morning and I was uploading it, and then I realized I made a real goof on some facts and I don't want to do that. So I thought I'd go ahead and try it again. But anyway, I was looking at a couple of stories that are involving different people, but it sounds like there's some decisions on whether to leave. Now, in the case of Melania Trump, now that her husband, whether he concedes or not, she's realistic, as is reportedly his brother-in-law, or not his brother-in-law, his son-in-law, that Donald Trump has lost the election and they're moving on. So the rumor is Melania is going to leave him finally, and that she just stayed with him because of, it was a transactional marriage. She married him for the money and he married her for the arm candy. But she was never happy that he ever got elected in the first place. I wouldn't even be surprised that if she voted at all, that she voted for Biden. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be one bit surprised. But reportedly, when he won, and we'll put that in quotes, won in 2016, at least the East Electoral College, that she cried when she heard the news. And it wasn't tears of joy, it was tears of frustration, tears of anger, and tears of embarrassment that orange thing that she's married to actually got into the White House. And, of course, we'll never know how much Putin was involved or how much the tabulating machines or the electronic voting machines were hacked. We'll probably never know that. But something fishy went on. So, anyway, and then she and Barron took their time about coming to the White House. Remember, it took about 5 months, and she used her son as an excuse to finish out the school year before he'd come to D.C. But allegedly, Melania's had a boyfriend. I think he's head of security for Tiffany's. I think that's that guy. I'm not going to look him up, but because it's only rumor. And so she'd carry on with him while Donald was out doing his thing. But we'll see. We'll see if she leaves him. I know she's independently wealthy, so she doesn't really, if she gets nothing out of it, she's not going to starve. But she probably better get the hell out of Dodge and away from him in case he finds himself in jail or in bankruptcy court again, personal bankruptcy. And then the other story that I thought was interesting, and I talked about AOC, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, and she is a representative in New York. I think the 14th Congressional District. So that's in the Bronx, and part of the Bronx, part of Queens, and Rikers Island. That might be the future home of Donald Trump. But because in the video I made before, I had her in Brooklyn, and that wasn't right. And I didn't want to get that misinformation out there. So anyway, that's what she represents. And of course, they'll elect anything with a D after its name. But she's upset because a lot of people, more moderate people, are blaming her and other Bernie Sanders types for losses in the U.S. House of Representatives. That she and others, well, her especially, would be the face of the Democratic Party instead of the extreme left wing of it. So she's all upset, and she's thinking about she might not run for re-election. And you know what? That would be the best thing in the world if she never ran for re-election again. Because she was in over her head to begin with. She came to Congress. She just thought she was going to just change the world and just run roughshod over everybody. And I kind of think she's got some narcissism going on. And she decided to come up with the Green New Deal and Medicare for all, although she didn't invent that. That's been around for years. But she pushed it. And other ideas that the Sanders people were peddling. And, of course, the defund police, which is about the stupidest thing that ever was. But anyhow, she got... the sad thing is that she had death threats, and that which is not okay. But other than that, and that's just not good, she really did do a hell of a lot of damage to the Democrats. And I think it did cost House races. It probably even cost some Senate races. And I think it's all to the good if she actually considers not running again. Because if she can't handle it, if she can't handle opposition, then she's in the wrong business. And she did this hour-long interview with the New York Times, and she made clear the divisions within the party that animated the primary still exist. Then she dismissed recent criticisms from some Democratic House members who have blamed the party's left for costing them important seats. Some of the members who lost, she said, made themselves sitting ducks, which is a lie. She's the one. She and her big, stupid mouth is the problem, because the Republicans just ate it up. They used her as the face of the party, and she can't understand that just because she's in a heavily Democratic district that they'll vote for anything as long as there's a D after it, that it's that way the rest of the country. And it's not that way the rest of the country. Many of these Democrats who were beaten, they were in purple districts, or they were even in Republican-leaning districts. So it wouldn't take much for voters to vote them out. So she really needs to take some responsibility. Her big mouth is what did it. And also BLM also has some blame there with the extremist crap of defunding the police and abolishing the police and abolishing prisons and thinking that social workers are going to help rapists and things like this. It was so damn stupid. I thought, holy crap, every time AOC and the BLM had opened their mouths about this crap, they had more people vote for that idiot Trump. So she was a perfect tool for rat fucking by the GOP. Perfect tool. So I hope she does do it. I hope she does leave Congress. Maybe she'll get a gig on one of these talk shows like The View or something. Or she could go back to bartending. But she can't leave Congress soon enough, as far as I'm concerned.